So think about this for a second. How do you build an artificial intelligence strategy for 1.4 times billion people? I mean, not just for the big tech hubs, but for farmers, for students, for doctors, all across an entire nation. Okay, let's get right into it, because India is rolling out what might just be one of the most ambitious AI blueprints on the entire planet.
And we're not just talking about building the next cool app here. No way. This is a massive, nationwide strategy that's aiming to use AI to fundamentally transform, well, pretty much everything. From agriculture and healthcare to education and governance. The whole goal is to move beyond just a high-level vision and create real, tangible impact for over 1 billion people.
So what's the grand vision that's really driving all of this? Well, it's not just about building a digital future. It's about building one on a scale the world has literally never seen before.
The core idea here really is democratization. The goal is to make sure we don't end up in a future where all the benefits of AI are stuck in the hands of just a few big companies or a couple of major cities. Instead, the plan is to spread AI's power across every single corner of the economy and society.
And you know, this isn't just about importing tech from somewhere else. The whole AI for all ambition is about building a completely sovereign AI ecosystem. That means developing their own AI models, using the country's huge public digital infrastructure, and putting it all to work to drive inclusive growth. And get this last point. This entire strategy is directly tied to the national goal of becoming a developed nation by 2047. It's a long-term play.
Okay, so a vision this ambitious? Well, it needs a rock-solid foundation. You can't just wing it, right? We've seen the what, that grand ambition. Now let's dive into the how, the core principles that are going to guide this whole thing. And this is really the central question they had to answer. I mean, how on earth do you make sure that the AI you're building is safe and fair and trustworthy when you're deploying it at the scale of an entire nation?
Well, the answer lies in this framework built on what they call the 7 sutras. Now, in Sanskrit, a sutra is kind of like a rule or a thread of knowledge. Here, they're the 7 guiding principles that make up the ethical and practical blueprint for the whole initiative. And as you can probably see, trust is sitting right there in the middle of it all.
What's so fascinating here is this deliberate balancing act. It's like building a race car and the brakes at the same time. On one side, you have Principle 3, which is all about pushing for bold, fast innovation. Go, go, go. But on the other side, you have Principle 7, demanding safety and resilience. And this isn't a contradiction, it's the whole point. The framework is designed to move fast, but with powerful guardrails built right in from the very beginning.
So you have a vision, and you have the principles. But who is going to build all of this stuff? And that brings us to what might be the most critical asset in India's entire AI strategy, its people.
65%. Just let that number sink in for a second. With the largest youth population on Earth, India is betting big that this demographic powerhouse is going to be the engine of its AI revolution. This isn't just some side note, it's absolutely central to the whole plan.
And they're not just leaving this to chance. They're building this multi-layered talent pipeline from the ground up. It starts super early, with foundational AI literacy for school kids. Then it moves into vocational, industry-ready training. And it goes all the way to developing elite PhD-level talent. It's a full, end-to-end approach to building up that human capacity.
And there's a really good reason for this focus. I mean, the demand for AI skills is just exploding. It's growing 75% faster than for non-AI roles. This whole skilling pipeline is a direct response to a massive shift that's happening in the job market. And it's all about preparing an entire generation for this new economy.
Okay, so we've got the vision, the principles, and the people. But how does this all translate to the real world? Let's look at a really powerful example of this whole strategy in action.
Indian Railways, one of the largest rail networks in the world, was facing some critical, life-threatening challenges. We're talking about things like trains passing red signals, terrible visibility in fog, and just the simple physics of trying to stop a speeding train. All of it created serious risks of collision.
So, the solution is a homegrown AI-powered system called Kavach. The name actually means shield in Hindi, and that's exactly what it is. It's an automatic train protection system that basically acts as a digital co-pilot designed to prevent human error and step in to stop accidents before they can even happen.
So, how does it work? Well, in pretty simple terms, RFID tags on the tracks tell the train exactly where it is. That data, plus info from the signals, gets sent continuously to the train's computer. And here's the kicker. If the system detects danger, like another train on the same track, and the driver doesn't react, it automatically hits the brakes.
So, the most crucial takeaway here is this.
Kavach is an AI-powered safety net. It's designed to prevent the absolute worst from happening, head-on, rear-end, and side-on collisions. This is what that vision to impact idea really means, using advanced technology to actually save lives.
So let's just pull back for a second and put all these pieces together. We've seen the grand vision, the guiding principles, the focus on people, and a real-world impact story. So what does it all add up to?
Well, it really adds up to a pretty clear formula. You start with a principled vision of AI for all. Then you power it with an empowered generation of skilled young people. And finally, you prove it with tangible impact in critical areas like public safety. Vision, people, impact. That's the blueprint, right there.
And I think this quote just perfectly captures the core philosophy. This isn't about technology for technology's sake. It's about deliberately lining up technological progress with what society actually values and needs. It's about building a foundation for AI that is first and foremost responsible.
And that leaves us with a fascinating final question. In a world that's grappling with how to govern AI, could this human-centric model, one that's focused on inclusion, empowerment, and the public good, actually become a blueprint for other nations to follow? It's definitely a compelling thought to end on.